I love Ben Affleck, I really do, but this whole wanting to go back to your ex thing, Ben's friends truly believe that if Jen and John split, he would get back together with her in a heartbeat. Jennifer Lopez is furious over the cozy photos of Affleck and Garner. Speculation about them rekindling their romance is completely messing with her head.
Playboy asked, are other former girlfriends generally pissed off at you? And Affleck said, mostly, yeah. Instead of saying, look, don't do that, please don't act this way, I go along with it until I just don't want to be in the relationship at all.
The toxic love triangle between Ben Affleck, Jennifer Lopez, and Jennifer Garner has only gotten messier. Ben is frustrated that J-Lo is moving on so quickly, while J-Lo can't believe how Jennifer Garner has been so touchy with Ben after their divorce. At Jennifer Garner's home, her boyfriend has been waiting around while she's been going on these dates with Ben Affleck, and it seems like it's starting to bother her boyfriend. So now he's even been spotted hanging out with his ex-wife. These relationships are so messy, so let's get into it. It looks like Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez are in two completely different places because he's looking tense, he's stressed out, while she is ready to date again. Now, we all know Jennifer Lopez has been married not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times. But, you know, she is holding up. She's still out here on the scene. She looks beautiful. I've always said she could probably get a 5th, 6th, maybe 7th. I could see her racking up a few more. So he was spotted because he was arriving to something to do with his film, The Accountant 2, which... what is The Accountant? Have you guys watched that before? I've never heard of it. Maybe I'm just ignorant, but Ben's sighting comes just days after J-Lo admitted she was ready to date again. J-Lo said she wants to find romance again after spending months with her family and friends to heal her broken heart. Although J-Lo has been linked to Yellowstone actor Kevin Costner after they were spotted shopping over Christmas, she's interested in another Yellowstone type. She had a crush on Rip Wheeler from Yellowstone and wants a guy like that, someone who can have her back and make sure she's okay. She wants to be put first and made to feel special. Her life is a lot. She needs a man who can handle all of that and still love her unconditionally. In an odd twist, Ben is friends with the actor who plays Rip in the show, Cole Hauser. They starred together in Good Will Hunting. And it looks like this week Cole actually went through some terrible news because his father died. His father, Wings Hauser. Which Wings? I've never heard the name Wings, but rest in peace, he passed away at 77. J-Lo is currently filming a romantic comedy, Office Romance, with Ted Lasso and actor Brett Goldstein, who he's previously admitted to having a crush on J-Lo plenty of times. A source says, after a tough start to 2025, Jennifer can't wait to start a new project, and it certainly helps that she'll be working with a very handsome and smart star like Brett. Oh, and they keep going. He's one hot ticket with a real class act with talent to back it up. He not only acts, but he writes amazing scripts. He's like the younger, better British version of Ben Affleck. Oh, this source is feisty too. They say it will be a reminder to Ben that she is still hot property in Hollywood, and how could that not make her feel great? She's 55 and still a box office dynamo. This will just be another reminder of that. And I'm looking forward to this Office movie that she's doing because it does seem like it will be funny, and I do think J-Lo does a little bit better, like, you know, on set than she does on stage, if you know what I'm saying. Ben Affleck knows who her co-star Brett is, and he's plenty aware. Brett is younger and smarter than Ben. I like how they just straight up note that. Like, how do you know? It will irk him for sure.
Okay, who was going to tell me that Brett Goldstein and Jennifer Lopez are starring in a rom-com together? The two are confirmed to be starring in the new Netflix rom-com Office Romance, with Brett Goldstein and Joe Kelly writing the script. We don't have any details about the plot yet, but I think we can put together that it is a romance that takes place in an office setting. Despite Lopez's Netflix films generally being panned critically, they're also among the most watched content on the platform. Lopez has already been in plenty of romance films, but this is only Goldstein's second romantic role if you don't count Roy Kent. Goldstein starred in All of You, which premiered at the Toronto Film Festival earlier this month.
You know what's worse than getting injured? Fighting with the insurance company afterwards. They will often stall, delay, and lowball you because their goal is to pay you as little as possible because they are not on your side. That's where Morgan & Morgan comes in. They are the largest injury law firm in America with over 1,000 attorneys and millions of clients served. They've secured billions of dollars for settlements and verdicts, including a $26 million payout in Philadelphia, 40 times times more than what the insurance company originally offered. And the best part about Morgan & Morgan is that they don't charge anything up front. There is no consulting fee, there's no hourly rate, there's no hidden cost by going and getting them to help you out. So if you've been hurt in an accident, Morgan & Morgan has your back if you become their client. You can go to forthepeople.com/Sloan or scan the QR code on the screen to start your claim now. You probably could get it submitted before this video is even over with, and it's not going to hurt to go and figure out how much you are owed. Thank you, Morgan & Morgan, for sponsoring this video, and enjoy. When it comes to Ben, it looks like he's looking back on another relationship with Ana de Armas. And just, a tip to Ben, I don't think looking back in time really does you well. I mean, Jennifer Lopez and him were getting close to getting married like 20 years prior to them getting married, in recent history. So I don't think going back on an old relationship really works, but they did start dating in March 2020. They broke up in January 2021, so it was relatively more recent. Ben and Ana had such a special and unique relationship because they were holed up together during the pandemic. They got so close so fast, it was passionate and real. Ben wishes he could go back and do it differently, but he can't. It's too late now, but Ben has much respect for Ana. He hopes she finds what she wants and has a family. He thinks that she's an incredible woman. Okay, so are you trying to get back with her or not? I saw another Ben and Jen headline. It reads, why Ben is reaching out to Jennifer Lopez again after divorce. While the pair seem to be moving forward after their failed relationship, with J-Lo focusing on that new Netflix project, Ben is reaching out. A source revealed that Jennifer does not want people speaking badly about her former husband. He's even been reaching out to J-Lo again recently. The insider also talked about the recent reconciliation rumors between Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck, revealing that the two stars have no intention of getting back together. They say, quote, I would say they're both relieved to be done with him. Ben's an emotional roller coaster. He's giving me like Justin Bieber vibes. The two Jennifers, Lopez and Garner, are actually friends. They bonded over co-parenting their kids. Who wants the guy? You think he's the prize? No way. It's like, next. They also describe the Jennifers. I love how the Jennifers have come together. They describe Ben as a diva. He's the one who likes attention, adding that he love bombs and gets bored and then leaves.
Somebody posted a Playboy interview that Ben Affleck did in 1999 that's very interesting in the context of his split with J-Lo, especially now that she said that basically in April he just started moving his stuff out while she was in New York, and then when she got back he just like ghosted her pretty much. Playboy asked, are other former girlfriends generally pissed off at you? And Affleck said, mostly, yeah. And they asked him why, and he said, probably justifiably so. If I were the next guy to go out with them, I'm sure I would be nodding in agreement about what an asshole their ex-boyfriend was. It's not like I was a womanizer or physically abusive or psychologically abusive or whatever. It's just that these relationships never end well. I think what happens is I end up wanting to be out of the relationship. During the course of the relationship, if you get dissatisfied and unhappy and don't say anything, if you don't deal with it right then, it just festers and stays there. So instead of saying, look, don't do that, please don't act this way, I go along with it until I just don't want to be in the relationship at all. Then I create some incident or do something or just don't call, and then she's pissed. And I can't necessarily blame her at that point, since I've developed such a passive aggressive rage that I have no sympathy and tell her, well, of course I didn't call you. If you weren't such a nagging, shrewish harpy, I'd call you. But that hopefully is something I'm growing out of. I guess, maybe not.
Now, the Jennifers may have teamed up, but Jennifer Garner has always been closer to Ben. A body language expert, which we love the body language expert community, said that Ben and Jennifer were smiling the whole time. They had a bunch of good energy around them. You could just tell they were mainly there for their kid. Ben and Jennifer's behavior indicates they still share emotional intimacy, a body language expert told Fox News Digital. I guess her name is Nicole Moore. Hi, body language expert. Many couples who are divorced and co-parent stand with the distance between their bodies as a way to maintain emotional distance. However, Ben and Jen's bodies appear to be actively leaning toward one another, indicating that they still share that emotional intimacy.
I love Ben Affleck, I really do, but this whole wanting to go back to your ex thing, I didn't believe it. I really didn't believe it here, especially because she's been in a relationship since 2018, but I just came across a video that's like 6 days old of when they went paintballing with their children. I'm just gonna play it. So here they are at the paintball park. She's about to shoot. Come on. And then I feel like she's like, get off. And he's like, okay. The Daily Mail has a close-up. Look at this. Now, a source spoke to the Daily Mail and they claimed that Ben is not Jen's boyfriend, nor is he her husband anymore. John Miller is her partner and she's happy in her relationship. But allegedly, Ben's friends truly believe that if Jen and John split, he would get back together with her in a heartbeat. After seeing all of this, I'm starting to believe it. I'm starting to believe it. Again, allegedly, Jennifer Lopez is furious over the cozy photos of Affleck and Garner, and according to Page 6, an insider told them that speculation about them rekindling their romance is completely messing with her head. But like I said, Jen Garner, happily in a relationship for many years. Ben Affleck, step away from the exes.
That is some great advice for Ben. Stay away from the exes. But it looks like John Miller, Jennifer Garner's boyfriend, doesn't care. He's unbothered. Maybe he's into sharing. Ooh. Source adds, everything is fine with John and Jen. Those close to them haven't heard of any issues with Jennifer Garner spending more time with Ben. It looks like Ben confided in Jennifer Garner a lot whenever he was going through his divorce with J-Lo. So that's what really brought them closer. Jennifer Garner was hopeful that things would work out between Ben and J-Lo, but of course, she just wants them happy. As for her boyfriend, John, he spends a lot of time at her house, the insider says, and he even drives Jen to set in the morning. Can you imagine having like a boyfriend personal driver? I love it. But you know, my man, he's got to work.
Jennifer Garner and boyfriend John Miller pack on the PDA while sharing a warm embrace in the middle of the street on a rare sighting out together. The couple, who have been in an off-again on-again relationship since 2018, looked cozy as they enjoyed some quality time in Los Angeles. Their sighting comes just a day after reports broke that Miller feels uncomfortable about the close bond between the 13-going-on-30 star and her ex-husband. A source told Page 6 that Miller isn't thrilled about how much time the exes spend with each other. But last week, it was revealed that Garner is pressuring Affleck to grow up. Last month, Garner was spotted with a diamond ring on her left ring finger, prompting speculation that she and John had gotten engaged. Jen and John have kept their relationship out of the spotlight, but they look pretty loved up to us. Will we be hearing wedding bells soon?
I don't know why, but I don't like the idea that John is thrilled that Jennifer's hanging out with Ben. But guess what? Maybe there's some agreement here because John was spotted with his ex-wife. So they both are going and, you know, dipping back into the past because his ex, Caroline Campbell, and him were seen hanging out. It's interesting that, like, I mean, they're all friends with their ex-partners and constantly hanging out with them. It's giving like very much Hollywood. Another source chimed in though. Does it bother John when he sees Ben and Jen being touchy? Sure, it would get to anyone, but this is nothing new. Ben and Jen have a unique relationship, especially for exes. He loves her more than any woman he's ever loved besides his mom, but he also accepts that this cannot be. Not while she's devoted to someone else, but Ben will always flirt with Jen and she sees it as innocent. Well, that's a lot for John to take on. Go ahead and hang out with your ex, John. That being said, Ben's friends truly believe that if Jen and John split, that he would get back together with her in a heartbeat. Ben has joked with Jen that if he had a time machine and could bring the guy he is today to the marriage he had with Jen back then, they'd probably still be together. Another insider added though that Jen just isn't interested in getting back with him. She would rather be in a healthy co-parenting relationship. Now, even though Jennifer Lopez, we're going back to Jennifer Lopez, does have a few crushes, she's really open to anything. Actually, Jen is considering dating someone who isn't in the public eye. She's not limiting herself to any particular type. So I find that interesting. I don't know how she could hide a relationship. I mean, Lady Gaga seems to be happy with her man who is super rich, like worth like $400 or $600 million for, I believe, like cancer medicine. And he's not necessarily in the public eye, you know? He kind of is, but not really. But this time around, Jen's being, fifth time around, Jennifer is being careful with what she wants in a relationship or marriage. She's the first one to tell you that if she falls too quickly, she goes in hard with an open and trusting heart. And a documentary and some music videos to go along with it. She's trying to make sure her next relationship is ego-free on her part too. That's interesting to hear because it seems like her relationship with Ben was somewhat competitive.
J-Lo posted this video promoting one of her brands the other day, and someone very interesting liked this video. Honestly, this is pure speculation, but follow me here, okay? So it says that Pete Davidson Bupkis liked this video. Now that is the account, I guess, for his TV show, but it's Pete Davidson Bupkis. I'm just saying. He allegedly doesn't have social media anymore, but let's think about this for a second. J-Lo's in her divorce era. She's out here looking hot, showing off the body. Come on, looks good. We know the long list of extremely hot and talented successful women that Pete Davidson has dated in the past. So like JLo has to be on some sort of bingo card for him at this point. Like, girl, you don't have to marry him. You don't have to, none of that. Just have fun and enjoy a little fling, a little rebound fling. And I think it would be great press for her.
Now, of course, Jennifer's working on herself too. She expects a lot out of people. She's requiring a lot out of a romantic partner, and that won't change, but she knows that her expectations can be overwhelming. She understands that she comes with a lot of baggage. Some Diddy baggage too, which is why she's looking for a guy who would be open to discuss his insecurities and hers. Is like putting this out to the tabloids like Jennifer Lopez's way of like making a dating profile. Now, as you guys can tell from this video, there's been like a lot of media coverage about the Jens and Ben, but there are some contradictions we're detecting. There have been a lot of conflicting sources about how everyone's feeling in the wake of Ben and Jennifer Garner's paintball PDA. Remember that moment where they were getting a little bit touchy? JLo is reportedly devastated, but has told everyone around her to not lay into Ben. She's actually devastated, the insider says. She's keeping it together publicly, but she's told everyone around her not to trash Ben. She doesn't want to get down in the dirt with him. Interesting, remember that. Oh, and the source claims that the dirty secret is that he's the diva. He's the one that likes attention and calls paparazzis and manipulates women. He love bombs them, and once he's got you, he gets bored and then leaves. That being said, yet another source said, I hate to say it, but I could see JLo taking him back for a third time. I found a TikTok I want you guys to see, so let's react to it.
The signs were all there. Look at this face. This man is an Academy Award-winning writer. His film won Best Picture. He knows what a hit is. And more importantly, he knows what a hit is not. He did just about everything aside from telling her, please don't do this to us. He took one look at the script and he was like, babe, I think our private life should stay private. I don't think people need to hear this story. Hoping she would just read between the lines and be like, this is not a story worth telling. But as we have all come to find out, JLo is in her own world. Watch these clips and see the signs.
I don't think he's very comfortable with me doing all of this. But he loves me, he knows I'm an artist, and he's gonna support me in every way he can because he knows this. You can't stop me from making the music I made. And
so many people told her not to do this. Was it Sia who also told her? Can't remember.
Writing the words that I wrote, he can't, and that's gonna happen. And he doesn't want to stop me. He wants to do that, but that doesn't mean he's, kind of comfortable being the muse and being.
Jen was really inspired by this experience, which is how artists do their work. You get inspired, their personal life, it moves you. I know as a writer, a director, I certainly do the same things. But things that are private, I had always felt, are sacred and special because, in part, they're private. So this was something of an adjustment for me.
She still got her beauty, and her
You can tell he so doesn't want it to happen.
account, so bye boy to him.
Puppy, this isn't about me and you. Puppy, take that out.
No, this is what...
That is not part of the script.
The way that a music video, movie, documentary ruined a relationship, that goes down in the history books. But I do hope they all find peace in some ways. Maybe they all meet someone new, not from the past. Let's just not go back there. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in a new one soon. Bye, guys.